advice and insight based off of my own personal experience, because I'm also in a relationship with a woman who has children, and my father got remarried to a woman who has children. I have step siblings, so I'm gonna give you some advice based off of how I'm operating right now, and based off of how my father operated, the interactions between him and his stepchildren and all that. But I'm also gonna give you some insight just on the world period. All right, so let's get into this. So I think the main thing, the most important thing that you could do is assessing both parties, assessing the mother, your girlfriend, and assessing the father and the dynamic and boundaries that they have between each other. Because here's the thing, if they're both mature and they have a dynamic that is solely based on we have kids together, then you have nothing to worry about. There's no upper hand. He probably not worried about her. She not worried about him. You have nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? You already have the upper hand. You have her. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing to worry about. Most importantly, though, you need to see where her head is at regarding her baby father. Because truth be told, bro, it ain't about the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will make it seem like the kids hold mad weight, like that she's forever going to love him just because they had kids together. And that's not always the truth, bro. That most of the time isn't the truth. Like 9 times out of 10, that woman do not want that father back. But if she still does, then you need to figure that out. Because if she still wants the father back, bro, you're in a losing situation. Because then he most definitely has an upper hand over you. They got kids together. She still likes him. If he really wanted to, he could probably pop in and out her life whenever he wanted to. Or he could do something sneaky. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like that's your situation, you need to assess that and figure that out. Because honestly, all of this is in the mother's hands. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't be putting you in any situations where you really have to speak up much. You know what I'm saying? She should have had the boundaries set before even getting in a relationship. And even if it's a situation of him wanting her, that shouldn't matter, because she is the one who has to put up the boundaries. And I don't know your situation completely, but a lot of these fathers is not being fathers. So if you in a situation where the dad is barely even around, bruh, you know what I'm saying? You already winning. You with them kids every day. And they may not realize while they're young, but when they get older, bruh, they gonna know what happened. They gonna know what went on. They gonna know that you was the father figure in their life, not the man that actually produced them. A lot of insecurities in life come with just fear of the unknown. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you need to just sit down with your girl and you need to have a conversation about all this, address some things, assess some things, you know what I'm saying? Set some boundaries if boundaries weren't there, and just see how it goes. Because I guarantee just having a conversation about this with your girl could solve a lot of your problems that you having right now. And also look at yourself in the mirror and ask too, if you really want to be in this for the long haul, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to be a father to them children, if you really want to be with the mother for the long run. Because if you don't, bro, you might as well just leave them kids alone instead of creating a bond with them that is just going to be broken. Okay.
Hey, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to the channel, Cap Social Network. I am your host, Capri, also known as Cap. And after showing the very first short, might as well say, but on behalf of TikTok, this just goes to show you not only how much of a simp some dudes could be, but how foolish and delusional some dudes could be as well, as far as taking on the role voluntarily and being a stepdaddy. With that being said, and without further ado, I'm going to show you another clip on behalf of a stepdaddy who was confronted by the biological daddy at a barbershop on behalf of taking the biological dad's son to the barbershop to get a haircut. Or, well, judging from my vantage point, at least, the stepdad is seen to be an employee at the barbershop. But don't quote me on that, though. Anyways, and without further ado, here the clip goes. Let's skip past this ad real quick.
Boy, shot that all boy. That ain't our shit. That's my motherfucking son.
World Star.
That's my motherfucking son. You don't got no business.
And I don't know whether some of you paid close attention, but some fool had the nerve to shout "World Star" while filming the video. And this just goes to show you how people nowadays, I know this is sort of off topic, well, very off topic at least, but this just also goes to show you how so many people love to use social media and smartphones for clout. Because imagine if this wasn't recorded. This could have just been between the two of them and the people at the barbershop. But like I said, due to how so many people are seeking clout nowadays in an age of social media and smartphones especially, someone had to record this and make it go viral. And like I just said, some fool was foolish enough to shout "World Star" in the background as well, wanting that much more clout. Anyhow,
Hey, Barbershop, I told you that. I told you that shit.
Wait, baby.
I told you that shit. I told you that shit. I told you that shit. So first up,
hey, when he gonna head call his mama real quick, and you gonna get to the bottom of it.
are you going ahead and do that? And she better say the right shit, because she gone. I'm about to get you swinging in this. On God, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
I'm trying to poke you, man.
Yo. Ass not answering the phone, huh? Ass probably, well, I thought ass.
Hey, bro.
Man,
Like I told
Hey,
you,
what's
why
your
get him out your
phone?
Yeah, that's my motherfucking son. That's my motherfucking son.
You
This
don't
want to be
do that,
wrestling
bro.
with so motherfucking bad. This want to be wrestling with so bad. Well, you don't even got the Sierra.
Hey, bro, you going to them? Hey, bro.
I need all these little fights.
Hey, she said I answered the phone, huh?
Hey, bro. All right. I'm really sure you're going to them.
Yeah, all right. Oh, out here. Hey,
Hey, like I said, watch your mouth for the time.
ain't your motherfucking son.
Hold on. Hey, Keisha.
Keisha.
Hey, Keisha. Hey, she up in here trying to take time with him.
Let me get a little closer.
What?
You ain't taking her nowhere until you pay your child support.
What? Child support, that little bitty ass.
so I just stopped sharing that clip. But this is one of the main reasons, gentlemen, who are making this video specifically for, on behalf of so many of you fellas who have volunteered or are currently dating a woman right now, maybe even married to one. As a matter of fact, when kids from a previous relationship, even a previous marriage in some instances, this is exactly why you should always, especially on behalf of my brothers who don't have kids of their very own, this is exactly why you should settle always for a woman. And I know in the same breath, it's hard nowadays to find a woman who doesn't have kids, even if you may want a woman that's, I would say, over the age of 18 at the youngest. When just one kid, is hard to do so due to how there are so many females nowadays having kids at more and more younger ages. Because think of how, and I know this may sound pretty messed up, but it's the actual God and it's true as well. Think about how it's so many females out there. Now think for a minute, brothers that are young as 13, 14 years of age, popping out kids due to minimal supervision and due to what they see in movies, how every time you look at the TV, you look at something on TV, it always seems to have a sexual either undertone or reference to it. And with the likes of women by the likes of Sexy Red, Sukiana, Ice Spice, Meg Thee Stallion, who glorify being sluts and glorify being sexually immoral. That's another reason I blame that. It's another reason as why there are more and more younger females becoming more and more promiscuous and having kids at more and more younger ages who are completely wilding out. And I guarantee you, this guy, while he was raising all that hell, the biological dad in the barbershop, which was very uncalled for on all levels, due to there being not only the son there, who happens to be probably somewhere in middle school, but other kids there as well. This could have been avoided. And I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, this same guy, while he was raising all that hell in the barbershop over the stepdaddy, and the guy may have not even been a stepdaddy, he may have just been, well, judging from the conversation he was having with the mother of the child, he was just taking care of the boy. Because whether you know it or not, and I will not quit stressing this enough or explaining this enough, anytime you take on the role of being a stepdaddy to a kid, that's when once you marry a woman who already had kids from a previous either marriage or relationship, and you may happen to take her child or children to court, go before a judge, do all the paperwork just so you can be able to get legal and adoption and full custody rights over that kid. That's when you are fully or technically the stepdaddy. Anyways, I guarantee you, this guy who was raising all the sin and hell in the barbershop, which I found petty, and due to there being so many deadbeat and unfit fathers, I guarantee you, without a long shot, he's a very unfit father. I wouldn't be surprised, with that being said, if he was probably under the influence, either high on gas, or that's another term, a euphemism for marijuana or weed, or he may have had something to drink. Who knows? Probably both. After all that fussing and cussing he was doing, saying the N word. I also guarantee, I wanted to also add this as well. I guarantee you, if he was a white guy who happened to take on the role of taking on the responsibility of being a father to his biological kid, if he was a white guy in that barbershop, he wouldn't have been raising nowhere near that much hell. He would have been all compliant with him being the father of the kid. If once again he was a white / Caucasian guy, he would have had no problem with it at all. It's only, which also goes to show you, as you're seeing the actual clip, how we have always been and will always be, us as African Americans, our very own worst enemy. Because it's not the KKK doing all the dirty work to our people anymore. It's us doing the dirty work to our very own people. And whether we know it or not, are also agents of the white supremacists of the KKK now, due to how we're going killing each other still on a regular basis. I mean, in my hometown of Beham, and I know this is off topic, but I just had to add this in as well, just to be able to prove my point on behalf of how the guy that happened to be the stepdaddy was raising all this sin at the barbershop. But in my hometown, at least, of Beham, Alabama, every single day, I swear to you, it's always a black on black crime that keeps on occurring, to the point where in my hometown of Beham, Birmingham, Alabama, it's been several episodes on the first 48 of black homicides that's transpired in my city ever since the show first kicked off, whenever it was, in either 2004, 2005, 2006, somewhere around that time frame. Anyways, and first and foremost, make sure you smash that like button, you share the video, you comment on, last but not least, subscribe to the channel. And I want you guys to also have a happy 4th of July on tomorrow. To be safe on your way to your destination. For a lot of you who plan on spending time with family, going out of town to spend time with family to help celebrate the holiday, and on your way from your destination, because there will be a lot of more people driving under the influence than usual as well. Until next time, you guys be blessed.